senselessly. Just
Was October 7th a
ethnic cleansing.
genocide?
Okay.
Answer the question. When 1,300 Jews were killed in their homes, kibbutzes, and a music festival, was that a genocide?
No, because no.
By your own definition, it
No.
is.
It was a terrorist act. But it was a terrorist act, but this was all planned by the governments. That's what I'm trying to explain to you.
No. You got to tell me, why was October 7th not a genocide, but what Israel is doing is a genocide?
Israel has the Iron Dome. Why? They could have easily protected the festival. They could have easily protected their people, but they let this Hamas, this little...
They let them in.
They let them in on purpose, yes.
Really?
Yes.
So you think the Israeli government allowed Hamas terrorists to come and kill 1,300 innocent civilians, take hostages, and go into kibbutzes?
They needed an excuse to do that to the Palestinians.
What is your evidence of this claim?
Why are they claim to want Hamas. They claim to want
No, what is your evidence that
I know,
Israel would butcher 1,300 of its own people? The worst killing of Jews since the Holocaust.
What's up, YouTube? Hope you guys are feeling good. Today, guys, we're back here in a new video. Today, we're going to be checking out if Israel laid down their weapons, what would happen? This is by Charlie Kirk. I call him Charlie Kick because we love kicking ass. Let's get right into today's video, guys.
Yes, thank you. Hello. I wanted to talk to you about Palestine versus Israel. And I'm a Jordanian Christian, but I was born in this country. I'm a proud American. But I wanted to know how you can defend our country funding billions of dollars into a foreign government aiding genocide.
So do you mean the money that we send to the Palestinian Authority?
No, the ones that we sent to the IDF.
Okay, so you know we spend money to the Palestinian Authority as well, right? Yeah, billions.
Okay, how?
We give them cash.
We give them, I know, you guys claim to give them care packages and stuff like that, but why are we still defending the IDF?
No, I want to make sure we're morally consistent. So do you agree that we should cut money off to both Israel and the Palestinian Authority?
Yes.
Okay, cut off to both. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you're from Jordan, and so you know the region very well. If you look at the Palestinian Authority, let's just take Lebanon, okay, versus Israel. Which country is more moral or a better place for people to live?
Wait, what? Okay, first, why is that a question? If it's a foreign land, why are we the ones dictating?
No. We have to get our moral. We have to
Okay.
get our moral symmetry right,
Our
and then
moral
we could
symmetry.
determine foreign aid. Again, in the Middle East, because for whatever reason, a country the size of New Jersey, with half the world's Jews, gets all the attention of campus activists.
Yes.
And so, yet there's civil wars in Africa, the slaughter of Druze in Syria, from the annexation of Armenia from Azerbaijan, gets no campus energy. So I just want to understand, just so we're morally clear, where is the best place for a woman such as yourself to live? In Tel Aviv, or in Beirut, Damascus, Amman, or Cairo? Where is it better for a woman to live in the Middle East?
I've been to many of these locations, and I just want to let you know that that's an unfair question, because by us funding Israel, they are bombing Lebanon.
Hold
They
on,
are
no.
bombing other
We'll get there.
countries.
I just want to know, based on the laws and the customs that
Yes.
Lebanon, Syria, Jordan, the country you're not born in, but that you have ancestry from, Egypt, all have, where is it better for women to live? In those four places or in Tel Aviv?
That is, again, no, that's very hard to say. Again, because
Have any of those four countries ever had a female prime minister?
why would that matter?
Because Israel has.
Yes, but
Because I find
Jordan-
it interesting that I'm not saying you're on the left, but the campus activists are always about women's rights and women's empowerment. Yet the only country that has actually ever done that in the Middle East is Israel, interestingly enough. But I mean, let me just ask this. Do you think Israel is the good guy in this equation and the other countries are not so good? How would you mark the moral grade here?
I believe Israel is the bad guy. They're using religion as an excuse to take over land. It's a government. Zionism is not Judaism.
So, and then what exactly is Islam doing then?
Well, that's why Islam versus Judaism, that's what the Western media believes is happening, that Jews are fighting Muslims, which is not true. It's a government fighting over another government for land, and they're using religion as an excuse. Why are the IDF soldiers fighting Christian people during Easter? They're not allowing them to go into church.
Actually, that's not true. So let's talk about that. That's a lie. What happened on Easter in Israel?
They were not allowing the...
What was unique about this Easter?
What do you mean what was due to come up? Like, people wanted to worship through
Catholic, Protestant, Orthodox Easter all fell on the same day. So
Okay,
therefore, there was a huge surge of Christians to the Holy Church of the Holy Sepulchre, of which, if you're in the Holy Sepulchre, they fight over every square inch of that place. So the IDF came in to actually protect the Church of the Holy Sepulchre and make sure that all these Christians don't start tearing their hair out on the holy day. Just so we're clear.
if the
And-
Christian, oh, sorry, I don't mean to
No, I
interrupt you.
just, you are actually believing the Arab press in the Middle East, where no one is being denied access to holy sites. And I do have to wonder, so you're a Christian, you know the area well. Do you feel safe as a Christian, you're a Christian, right?
Yes.
Going to Bethlehem.
Yes, we are Christians.
But do you know who controls Bethlehem?
Who controls
The Arab
them?
Muslims control Bethlehem.
And when have they stopped Christians from going
All the
into
time.
churches?
Oh my goodness, it's incredibly
Everyone
dangerous.
here is arguing about this, but no, you guys are all believing things that you see all over
No,
TikTok.
no. It's
a
like,
lot of people are like you say. I'm believing Arab media, but a lot of people are believing Western media. Don't you
Okay.
think it's possible for both sides to be lied to?
the Western media is very anti-Israel, for the record. Let's do one final thought experiment, then we could talk about money. If Israel laid down all of its weapons, what would happen?
If Israel laid down all of its weapons. Okay, they are committing a genocide, and wait.
How
please.
dare you say? No, I got to put. What is a genocide?
A genocide is when you are taking over a land and killing the people senselessly. Just
Was October
ethnic
7th a
cleansing.
genocide?
Okay.
Answer the question. When 1,300 Jews were killed in their homes, kibbutzes, and a music festival, was that a genocide?
No, because no.
By your own definition, it
No.
is.
It was a terrorist act. But it was a terrorist act, but this was all planned by the governments. That's what I'm trying to explain to you.
No. You got to tell me, why was October 7th not a genocide, but what Israel is doing is a genocide?
Israel has the Iron Dome. Why? They could have easily protected the festival. They could have easily protected their people, but they let this Hamas, this little...
They let them in.
They let them in on purpose, yes.
Really? So you
Yes.
think the Israeli government allowed Hamas terrorists to come and kill 1,300 innocent
1,200
civilians, take hostages, and go into kibbutzes?
They needed an excuse to do that to the Palestinians.
What is your evidence of this claim?
Why are they... They claim to want Hamas. They claim to want...
No. What is your evidence
I
that
know,
Israel would butcher 1,300 of its own
Of their people.
1,300 of its own people? The worst killing of Jews since the Holocaust. What is your evidence of that?
Look, I don't want to sound rude or offensive towards you,
It's not
but
about sounding rude,
I'm
you're saying
explaining
bullshit.
throughout the news. Why is, again, they have the Iron Dome. They have, no, they have billions of dollars in defense. They have millions of dollars in military. And they have the power to stop. They allowed the Hamas group to go in.
There is no evidence to your claim. They penetrated.
There's no evidence to your claim
No,
either.
hold
We're
on a
both-
sec. Hold on a second. Let's talk about how much you know about this. What was special about October 7th? What was the holy day in Judaism?
Okay, I don't want to misspeak. That's the thing.
It's called Shemat Torah, which is like the third holiest day in Judaism. So like half the country takes off. Think about like Christmas and Easter combined times 2. What else? What day of the week was it when it happened?
Again,
No, it's very important. What day of the week?
May you answer, please?
What day of the week?
Again,
Saturday. What happens on Saturdays in Israel?
worship.
It's Shabbat.
Yes.
The whole country goes to rest. 95% of the country takes off. So they have a holy day and they have Shabbat. The IDF, yes, they took it easy. And so what your belief is that, no, that they weren't necessarily celebrating their holy day and that they were on Shabbat. But the Israeli government allowed terrorists to come and kill their own people?
You're giving
you have to
too
prove
much
that.
credit
Makes
to
no
governments.
sense.
You think that the government wants to protect its people. They will sacrifice the people for the greater good. You're giving way too much power to allowing the government to do
No, you have to prove these claims. Like, I want
know.
you.
Well, I know that I came here to hear your opinion on how you can defend Israel. I didn't come to argue because I know I don't have the information to tell you right now. I just got out of class. But I do want to hear your opinion, please. I wanted to hear.
It's very simple. Israel's
can
not
you defend our
Israel's not a
country?
perfect country.
My
But for
question-
whatever reason, the obsession about where half the world's Jews live, which happens to be a small outpost of freedom and liberty with lots of problems, surrounded by literally 1 billion Muslims, that this is our number one focus geopolitically, that people use the word genocide, and you won't use the word genocide when Jews are killed,
No.
but you do use the word genocide when Palestinians are
Yes,
killed,
please.
shows the moral confusion on this topic. And would you say what's happening in Armenia right now is a genocide?
Look, you are very good at doing this, but I want to explain to you. Look, I want to explain to you my side. Okay, you still didn't answer my question in the original question. How can you defend our government sending billions of dollars to a foreign government?
Yes, okay, so
we
just to be
both
clear.
agreed both should be cut off.
So you believe all foreign aid should be cut
We
off?
should not be involved in other countries. No.
Period. Okay,
Yes.
so you believe in America only.
Yes, I want
Okay.
our country to succeed. We should be
So,
spending the billions on
got it.
Americans.
So I believe we should limit a lot of foreign aid. I don't believe in America only. Was it a good thing that America got involved in World War II?
Wait, what? Sorry.
Was it a good thing that America got involved in World War II?
Yeah.
I honestly just wanted to hear your opinion. Because
No,
if I say yes or
it's
no,
an
I'm
important
gonna-
moral question because you say no foreign aid. Was it good that we got involved in World War II?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so you're not America only. In
No.
fact, you're okay with America
But you
sent
see,
aid
you think
to
that
the
the Jews
Allies.
are in trouble when they're not. They're bombing the Zionists, the IDF, so are bombing hospitals. They're bombing schools. They're not bombing
Hold on a
Hamas
second.
places.
Again, there's so much wrong here, but where does Hamas actually keep their weapons?
I'm sorry, they're being loud. I can't hear you.
I won't even get into that. So, Israel, if Hamas laid down all of its weapons,
Yes.
what would happen?
If both sides lay, or just Hamas.
Let's say just Hamas.
Hamas doesn't have they don't have the weapons that Israel does. So if they don't
The
have
fuck is this guy saying?
Guys, you're not debating,
angry. Don't be
please.
angry.
Okay.
I'm sorry. What were
It's
we
okay.
saying? I'm not trying to be
I encourage you to
disrespectful
think
towards
deep.
you. I'm just,
I'm not. No, you're not.
I
I don't care. You can say whatever you want to me. I don't care. I want you to think deeply about this.
Yes.
Because there is a moral confusion happening in the West when it comes to Israel. No one is saying they're perfect. I'm sick and tired of talking about Israel all the time. I happen to be a Christian that loves Israel and actually cares about the fact that I was able to go to Capernaum where Jesus walked on the water, see where Jesus rose from the dead, to go to Hebron. Let me finish. That I was able to go to the holy sites and to be able to walk the streets of the old city. I actually appreciate
and
that.
thank God, so have I. But I'm explaining to you the
Okay,
difference.
I'm finishing.
I'm sorry.
No, it's but when Muslims take over countries, Christians are not able to always easily navigate or visit them. That is a fact of life. And the final thing is this, is it Israel's values or is it Hamas's values that are a closer fit to the West? And it's not even close. Israel is a small outpost of civilization in a endless ocean of tyranny. You don't have to love Israel. You don't have to wear the flag. You don't even have to support sending it money. But at the very least, you must at least have the moral clarity and the integrity to say, they're not the enemy here. They're defending themselves, and they have a
They're
right
not,
to
yeah.
exist and a right to be able to broker this war as a war of self-defense as they choose. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for your
Thank
time.
you.
I see what she did right here. She's a manipulator. That is the easiest word I'm going to use, because when it comes to Israel attacking Hamas, they call it genocide. When it comes to Hamas attacking Israel, they say Hamas is innocent. That is government policy. There's Israel government playing politics to kill their own citizens, which makes no sense. Like, this girl just came here and blah bullshit. Absolutely bullshit. It's very, very annoying that people come here and say such big crap. It's very, very annoying. How in the world will you tell me that Israel government plan to kill 1,300 of his people? Like, why? It makes no sense. It's absolutely bullshit. 1,300, guys. 1,300 of the people. Israel just planned to kill 1,300 of the people. Just like that. The native, she just came here to talk nonsense. She feels like Israel had the bad guys and America is just supporting Israel. Then Hamas, as a main terrorist, they're the innocent people. They don't have anything, they're not doing anything wrong. Which is bad. Hamas is a terrorist. They are a labeled terrorist organization, guys. Terrorist organization. They are causing big harm. Do you know how many people that have been butchered, slaughtered by Hamas people? When there's a time I watch the news channel, I can't remember the exact day, but I saw a family, like the full family, they were all beheaded. It was a terrible thing to watch, guys. They were all by Hamas. That was the separate family. Other people too, they were also killed. They're a terrorist organization that causing big harm. And she's yet talking bullshit that Hamas have no firearms, have no weapons. Then how are they killing people? No, how are they able to carry out their operations? How? She came here to talk nonsense. Channel was just very tolerating. Because I'll just have to get off the mic. Israel is not a saint. They are not perfect. They're not as, they are the best country. They have not done anything bad. They have not killed anyone. They are not innocent. Don't get me wrong. But at the same time, we have to call a spade a spade. We have to say the truth. Hamas is a terrorist organization. They have done incredible wrong thing. Israel is defending their hometown. Ever since the Bible, Israel have always been defending their hometown. It is obvious. Israel have always been defending their hometown every single time. They have always been defending their hometown, even in the time of David. So you don't come here and blab bullshit and talk nonsense that Hamas are the innocent people. Like, as if you are defending Hamas as a terrorist organization, it makes no sense. You're not yet enough facts, but you're saying bullshit. You know, tell me that a government will intentionally want to kill its people in such large number. In such large number, guys. In such large number. No. That's what Charlie asked, where's your facts? She just came here to just agitate someone, to get someone annoyed. I don't know, it's something should be grabbing or information should be getting from different medias that's filling our head up. This was beautiful to watch. Comment down below what you think about this video. Give us a thumbs up, share this video to as many as you can. Subscribe to our channel, guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Make sure you stay safe.